Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Monday, you guys. It's Monday, May 15th, 2023, and I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. And today we are here for Flosstube Live. And it's the day after Mother's Day. How are you guys? And how were your Mother's Days? How was your Mother's Day? And did you get spoiled like crazy? How was your weekend, everybody? And thank you for being here. Thanks for coming to hang with me for a little bit. Hello, Donna Lambert. Sunny, Virginia. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Ruth P. Hello, Pam. Hello, Nancy. Gloomy, humid Kansas. Ooh, continuing to work on Lori's Great Granny Square king size quilt. Just finished the blocks and onto borders. We'll see how many math skills are on making this bigger. How your math skills are. Yes. Let me know how it goes because that's what I'm looking to do too. Hello, Chris. Hello, Sally Quilt. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Gayleen. Hello, Jody. Donna Marie, busy stitching and making chicken corn soup. That sounds yummy. Hello, Jill. Hello, Louise. Wedding reception was wonderful. All went well. Now off to the honeymoon in Mexico. Happy mom and dad. Congratulations on a successful wedding. You must have like post-wedding high adrenaline rush after all of that is done. And it came off without a hitch. Donna, you must be from Pennsylvania, Staple, Lancaster, where I grew up. Hello, Glenda. Hello, Kay. Hello, Martha. Mary Jo. Hello. It's good to see you. It's been a while for me. How are you? Glad to see you back. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining in. Valeria, hello. How are you? And please give me an update on your ankle or foot. How are you doing? Hello, Judy. Hello. Kay says, working on Stitch Mania, Salt Box Stitchers 5x5. This week is Newcastle Bouquet. Ooh, I love it. Sharon, hello. I'm back from vacay. I met Karen and Brendan from Fox and Rabbit Designs, Acorns and Threads. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. How was everybody's Mother's Day? Did everybody have a good weekend? We had an anniversary this weekend. So it was my husband and my anniversary. We had 3 soccer games that day, so we did not get to celebrate. Usually we try to go out on a date on our anniversary, and that did not happen this year. Because we had 3 soccer games that day and just, running. And so it just we couldn't fit it in. One of the soccer games was late. Typically we would go out later in the evening and we couldn't squeeze it in. So it didn't end up happening. So we're hoping to still make it happen sometime this month to just go out and have an evening together. But we were apart most of our actual anniversary. We were not together. We attended 2 soccer games together, but the last one we had to divide and conquer. So it was good though. It was nice, but wish we could have had like a date night or something. So hopefully we'll still be able to squeeze that in. And then yesterday was Mother's Day, and that was a good day. It was kind of low key. It was really rainy and kind of dreary here. So the weather wasn't super conducive to kind of getting out and doing a lot of stuff. So it was kind of relaxing and low key, which is nice too, to have that kind of day. And let's see, my kids, the tradition around here is that my kids do breakfast in bed. Even if I'm like ready to get up, I'm like, I gotta get up, I gotta get stuff to go in. And they're like, you have to stay in bed because we don't have breakfast ready yet. Like it's a big tradition. But the interesting thing this year that I noticed is that when my kids were little, especially the older ones, they would all come and deliver breakfast in bed together. So even if one was carrying a napkin, one was carrying a juice, like one was carrying the syrup, one would carry the tray, like everybody had something to carry and they would come back and deliver it together and be like, Happy Mother's Day. So my little one is still into that now, but the older ones who are teenagers and like to sleep, no longer are as much a part of it. So it's kind of funny to see those stages as you go along where when they're little, they're like so into it. It's such a big deal. And then when they roll out of bed as they're teenagers, when they roll out of the bed, they're like, hey, happy Mother's Day. Hey, thanks. It's very, very different depending on the ages that your children are. So that was kind of funny. So I hope all of you had a happy Mother's Day, and I hope you got to do something special. And our Mother's Day was great. Like I said, it was pretty low key. We spent the afternoon watching Sound of Music while I crocheted. So that was really nice. My little one had not seen it yet. My older kids have seen it plenty of times. Uh, but my little one had not seen it yet. So it was kind of fun to watch it through fresh eyes. And her favorite part of the whole thing was the song where the kids peek out and they go, cuckoo, cuckoo. So she has been randomly doing that over the past 24 hours. We'll just get a random cuckoo. It's very funny. So that was kind of our weekend in a nutshell. It was good. It was a good weekend overall. Thank you, Sharon. Valeria, not well, getting worse each day, very painful. So you went to the doctor. Did they give you anything helpful? Anything that could help? Marcella, hello. Mother's Day was great. My granddaughter got engaged. Oh, congratulations. That's exciting. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Kay. I know. I am sad to hear that Valeria is suffering too. What is going on? Surprised they can't do anything to help. Carrie, hello. In my happy place working on Great Granny Square Quilt. I love it. Lori, hello. Hello, hello. I hope you all had a super nice Mother's Day. Kay says, hello, Lori. Thank you, Carrie. Valeria, thank you, everyone. I was sad because I could do much planting with my babies. Oh, well, so maybe rest. I don't know. Get better soon. That's what needs to happen. Just get better soon. Whatever you need to do to get better. Get better soon. Okay, so today I have planned for Flosstube a little bit of stitching time. It's the day after Mother's Day. It seemed appropriate to just have some time to stitch together and to maybe catch up. So if anybody has questions on anything that's going on in Happy Little Stitch Shop, today is a good day to ask those questions, and I would be happy to help. And to get a little bit of stitching time in together, because I know you guys oftentimes request Happy Little Stitch Hour to be done more consistently and more frequently. And sometimes it can be hard to fit that in, but today is a good day for that. So we're going to have a little Happy Little Stitch Hour time to do some stitching. And right off the bat, I'm going to announce to you guys, I'm starting a new thing during Flosstube and live stream time. So when we have Flosstubes on Monday and when we have live streams on Thursday, I am offering to you people a daily deal that will only be announced here on the live stream. It will not be announced on Instagram or on Facebook or any of the other social media places, and it will be available for that date only. So it's available during the live stream, and then it's available till the end of the day at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that people who watch the live stream later can still take advantage of the daily deal. And it's not just for people who are joining live, because I know a lot of people work and they aren't able to join live and they can only watch it later. So last Thursday during our quilting live, we did a daily deal, which took off like hotcakes. You guys were really ordering that daily deal last Thursday. So thank you so much for supporting that. It was very exciting because when you try something new, you never know if it's going to take off or not. And whether we keep it going or not depends on the reception to it. So I appreciate that. It was a really good response to the daily deal last Thursday. So thank you for that. So today's daily deal is a cross stitch pattern by Lori Holt. For those of you, I've had a lot of people asking about this series. We did a stitch along for it. And we have all of the charts available in the shop, but I know a lot of you are starting this series or looking to start this series now. And so I thought I would help kick it off for you. Here is the daily deal. From the Prim Stitch series, this is chart number 1 to get your stitch kicked off for you. Today only, you get 10% off the Prim Stitch series, number 1, Patriotism in Industry by Lori Holt. So this is the deal for today while supplies last. So once it's out, then it's out. But while supplies last, here is the deal for today. Prima Stitch Series Patriotism in Industry is the daily deal for 5/15/2023. Flosstube daily deal. So, how is everybody doing? Today I'm going to be stitching while we're chatting, and I am stitching Florence from the Chicken Club. And look, this is where I'm at. I'm almost done with the green. Florence is coming together. I'm almost done with the light green. The light green. Stitch Long invoices went out, have been shipping. We're all caught up with all of the shipping from that. So if you are looking for your invoice, it's in your inbox. Those were sent, I don't know, a couple weeks ago now. Did anybody do anything special on Mother's Day? Oh, I need to look through here. Thank you, Donna. Me too, Louise. You too, what? Let's see if I'll be so lucky to finish this green up while I'm stitching. Or while we're on here, I mean. I also went through and counted my granny squares. I'm still working on my granny squares. And I went through yesterday and counted. My little one and I did an exercise in counting by tens. So that was new and exciting for her. And that doesn't make sense. And so then I went back and I watched Lori's video to see how many, what size hers was. I couldn't remember. So I went back and I watched her granny square Afghan video so that I could see what size it was and what dimensions it was and how many squares she needed and all that kind of stuff. I thought I was really close. I was like, okay, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to be able to put all this together, and found out I'm not so close. Maybe close to half done. I don't think I'm going to do mine as big, so that'll take a few off. But I'm getting closer. But one thing that stood out to me, I knew that Lori does crochet every day because I've known that. She's talked about that before. But I did not realize that she just did like 2 or 3 squares each day. And I thought, I had this, I scolded myself a little bit. Like, what is my problem? Why do I not have, why do I not have more granny? Like, why don't I just do 2 or 3 a day? What's my problem? It doesn't take that long. So that's what prompted me to get those done yesterday. Oh, and I also wanted to tell you, okay. Oh, Louise is stitching Florence too. Cool. Okay. I'm still going through Newcastle Bouquet by Teresa Colgate. I love her designs, but her charts are tough. This is my first one and maybe my last. Oh, no. Well, hopefully you get through it and then you realize that you really loved it. Hopefully. Angela, how many grannies do you have? Says Lori. I know they're upstairs because I took them upstairs to keep them handy so I could keep them all together. So yesterday when we counted, I had 75. Which seems like a pretty poor showing considering how long I've been doing it, but it's 75 nonetheless, right? So I'm trying not to get hung up on getting too down on myself. So 75. And so I think I was going to do mine a little bit smaller, like maybe 12 by 14. So I think I have like 90 some to go. So it's close. I mean, like if I just keep at it, that'll happen. I just need to keep going with it. But I also wanted to tell you guys, and I forgot, I did this on Friday, I think. I added a new subscription to the shop. I'm pretty excited about this. Speaking of crochet, I added a new subscription to the shop. I posted it on Instagram. So if you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen it on there, but it's called Yarn League. We are starting, Happy Little Stitch Shop is starting Yarn League, which is a monthly subscription. Each month you will get, I think I said two or three, I can't remember. It's in the product description. Skeins of chunky thread each month, to add to your stash and to build up your stash. And I'm pretty excited about it. So go check out Yarn League. We're going to start shipping that in June, which means that there's a pretty short turnaround time because I wanted to kick it off for summer. Last summer, we had so much fun doing summer of granny squares. Do you guys remember? It was Be There, Be Granny Square was our our line for last summer. And I had so much fun crocheting through the summer with you guys and with Lori. And so I don't know what Lori has planned. I hope that there's something fun planned for this summer. I don't know if there is or not, but regardless, I know I'm going to be crocheting through the summer. And so Yarn League is a perfect way for you guys to get some yarn into your stash and keep your stash supplied. And so, ooh, I hope you guys will all go sign up for Yarn League and join in the fun. Sally Quilt says, yesterday we took an hour to drive, visit my in-laws. They're 96 and 91. So blessed to still have, oh, that is sweet. That is sweet. That is so, so nice. Took dinner along to share. That is so special. Typically, that's what we do on Mother's Day, except my mother-in-law wasn't home, so we couldn't go visit her. We have a family member who's pretty sick, and so she was spending time with them. And my mom herself was sick, just with a cold, not anything serious, but she had a cold and was not feeling the best. So I kind of threw that out the window for us. But we'll get together still this month. Lori says she usually does 2 granny squares a day, 30 minutes of crochet, literally have 60 in a month. I know. I just need to do it. That was my realization. I knew that you did it every day. And then when I rewatched that video and I heard you say you do about 2 to 3 a day, 30 minutes. And I was like, what is my deal? Like, just do that. And so I'm really going to try to hold myself accountable for that and just get in 30 minutes a day. Like, that's not a lot to ask. And plus, then I will feel more productive, like for me anyway, part of my happiness at the end of the day is that, each area of my life has gotten a little bit of the attention that it needs. And so part of that is productivity, right? And so if you just do a half an hour a day, like that all is going to add up. So I need to just plan that into my life. Lori says, "Oh, can I join the Yarn League?" Yes, I'm so excited about it. It'll be so fun. I love shipping yarn out into the world and then just thinking of people sitting around crocheting with that stuff. I love it. Don't you worry, your pretty little heads. I sure do have fun plans with more chunky thread yarn. I thought maybe, because if I remember correctly, I think Lori teased a little bit about what's coming at the end of her last crochet video, like in the fall or something like that. And so I'm pretty excited to see what's coming. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So crazy. I've been thinking, how about kits for the fabric and rickrack for framing the 12 chickens? Well, that's a good idea, Louise. That's a good idea. I like it. Kathy, my daughter, who is a fabulous cook, made the family pancake sausage and strawberries and fresh pineapple. Such a nice day. Oh my gosh, Kathy, that sounds delicious. Good morning, Marie. Maritza, Yarn and Craft. Hola, hola to you. Martha, I haven't made granny squares in so long, even though I took them to the retreat. So you're not alone, Angela. I will join you in getting back in the granny squares. Yeah, so I'm thinking 30 minutes a day. Like, that's not a lot to ask. So I will try to be more proactive about sharing that with you guys. Just putting some of those granny squares out there, or maybe doing a quick little video of me sitting down for my 30 minutes, or something. I'm gonna start pretty soon to put my rows together and see how many rows I have. I'm gonna start blocking all of those 75 out because I haven't done any of that yet. So I'm gonna start doing that, especially now that it's nice out. I usually take my blocking out and spray it outside. And so I'm going to get back into the habit of doing that. And I will try to be more diligent about posting about that. So hopefully, for me, I always get inspiration from seeing other people's posts and seeing what other people are up to and being like, okay, that's going to motivate me to get this done or to, you know, do this more frequently or more consistently. So I will try to do a better job of posting about it. So then hopefully that inspires and motivates other people to keep plugging away at your granny squares, making cute granny square stuff. So, Yarn League. Be sure to go check that out. If you just search for Yarn League, it will pop up and it'll be right there for you. But I'm excited to start shipping out some fun yarn starting next month in only a couple weeks. So it's going to be here soon. And so many of you have already found it out there. Maybe you saw it on Instagram and saw my post, or maybe you were just out there looking around and found it. I always get so tickled when I see people find something that I've just put out there and I haven't told anybody about it yet, haven't posted anything about it. I think, oh, these guys are looking. They're looking for stuff out here. And I love that. So a lot of you have signed up already. So thank you for that. Thank you for jumping in and joining. And I hope that a lot more of you will sign up for it. I'm not good at stitching and talking at the same time. Odelia, hello. 30 minutes sounds like a great idea. It takes me longer to figure out what colors I haven't done already. Do you have any suggestions on keeping up with colors you've already crocheted? So Lori had some great suggestions in her. So in the series that she did last summer, when she did different videos for Granny Squares, she had some great suggestions in not ways to try not to get too much of your favorite colors in there, to kind of spread out the color and choose colors a little bit more consistently. And not, for me, I tend to go to the lean towards the same colors all the time, so I'll pull something out and end up going towards the same things. So she had some really good ideas. One of which that I try to follow is taking all 30 skeins. It would be 30 because you wouldn't use your border color. Or if you want to include white, for me, I'm not including white just so that it blends a little bit more. So for me, it would be all 30 skeins and picking one and then putting it into a different pile. And sewing, picking a granny square. Like I have a bunch of starters. So I do starters because I can just sit down and get like 30 starters done quick. And then I can just add the other 4 rounds to it and then be done with it. And so I'll pick a starter and then I will pick a color out of my basket and do the next round on that. And then set that 2-rounder aside, throw that color into a different basket, pick the next one, pick a different color, and do it that way. That way you're using consistently all of the colors in different configurations, but you're still consistently using all the colors, not leaning towards your go-to colors. So does that make sense, Odelia? Let me know if I explained that well. Let me know. And are you guys excited about Yarn Lake? Does that sound like something you would be excited about? Yes, it does. Thanks. You're welcome. Good. You are welcome. And on Saturday, I had to go out and mow because we have a much bigger yard now than we had before. And already those dandelions are shooting up. It took so long to mow. Oh my gosh. I was out there for forever. I didn't think I was ever going to get done. But I was listening to a book while I was out there mowing. So that made it not seem like so long. And I'm working my way through Resolute, which is by the same author who did These Is My Words. So I'm still working my way through that. How are you guys doing with your books, and what book are you into right now that you're absolutely loving? What do I need to add to my list? Are people still listening to or reading the Elm Creek series? Because I need to get back to that. And the other one that is still on my list, um, well, I have many on my list, but the other series that I have been listening to and then kind of took a break from it is what's it called? With um the minister and the town and all the characters in the town. Mitford? Mitford. I think it's Mitford. Lori, I'm making flea market windows. Was yours quilted with an edge to edge or was it custom quilted? That's like the big question. I get asked that a lot. Pam, almost done with Elm Creek. Only have 2 books left. How many? I can't recall. Pam, how many are in that series total? Because I can't remember. I would like to get back to that one. I really enjoyed that one last summer. It's a fun summer read. Or listen in my case. And if I'm gonna be out there mowing lawn for as long as it took me to mow the lawn, I'm gonna get lots of book listening done. Um, I'm in a reading lull, so no recommendations. You are? So let me see. You guys have sent me lots of recommendations, and every time I get a recommendation from you guys, I add it to my wish list. Every time I get a recommendation that I think is gonna interest me. So my name is Resolute. That's what I'm reading right now. And then you know what I put on my wish list because I decided I've read all of them and I've read them out loud to the kids, but I love them so much and I decided maybe it would be fun to listen to them. The Complete Little House on the Prairie series. So I've added that to my wish list just to listen to, like, I've heard it before. I know what's happening, but I can listen to it and enjoy it and not have to be paying too much attention. So the whole Little House on the Prairie series I have on my wish list. Someone suggested to me The Yellow Wife. So I added that to my wish list. The Devil in the White City is on my wish list. That was recommended by my neighbor, my old neighbor, and also my dad. Also recommended by my old neighbor, the neighbor that we used to live next to. Uh, the 100-year-old man who climbed out the window and disappeared. So I'm curious about that one. It's supposed to be kind of humorous, so I'm interested in that. The Dressmakers of Auschwitz, Chains, Educated, The Four Winds, Mrs. Lincoln's Dressmaker, An Irish Country Doctor, because I love that series. I've read it before. I love it. I will read it again. Alexander Hamilton, of course, and then Catherine of Aragon, the True Queen. So those are all on my list. A fun read says Sue. Oh, wait. I'm listening to Grit by Angela Duckworth. Ooh, okay. That's one to add to my list. It was Ed to Edge. I think it was done in the panto called Popcorn. Oh. Sue says a fun read aloud for kids is Vanderbeekers. I know that one. We've done that one. I don't read aloud any so much now to my older kids, but we used to sit instead of watching a show at night. We used to sit and read a book, like a few chapters each night. And sometimes we would pass the book around, like when they were, learning to read and needed some reading time, we would pass the book around and everybody would read like a page or something like that. But that is a good one. Another one that's a really fun read aloud that my kids really got a kick out of was called Hoot. Can't remember who it's by, but it's called Hoot, and they really points where they were laughing out loud, you know? It's always fun to read a book out loud and have kids, like, rolling with laughter. Read God Pretty in the Tobacco Field. So good. Really? Delia, what genre do you like? Well, I kinda like historical fiction. Um, I love history stuff, so I really like historical fiction, but just, it doesn't even need to be a specific genre. I just like, good stories, just good stories. 20 books, you're on 17, there are 20? Okay, I've got a lot. Oh, I have a long ways to go. Nancy, I'm reading The Lincoln Highway by Armour Towels. I think it would be good in audio too. The Lincoln Highway. Hello, Jude. What's it about? I feel like there are a couple things in my brain that I'm thinking it could be about this or it could be about this. So what's it about? Because it sounds interesting. It's by the same author that wrote the book Woman from Troublesome Creek. Ooh, that sounds like another good book. I've not read that one either. See, I always get good book recommendations. Lori says, I remember telling you that the narrator for Little House on the Prairie series is really good. Who is the narrator on that one? If I click it, please don't start. Cherry Jones. Well, good. Sometimes a narrator, although I usually settle into narrators, but I know that you have reread, you read and reread those Little House books. We had CDs because when we went on our trip, we did like a Laura Ingalls Wilder tour, and so we went to Pepin, and we went to Burr, Iowa, and we went to Maple Grove, Minnesota, and we went to De Smet, South Dakota, and we camped at all of those places when the kids were littler. And part of that road trip, I had some of the books on CD that I listened to. So I feel like that we listened to while we were driving. So I feel like it's probably the same person, but they were really good. Like I assume it's the same person, but they were really good. The other narrator that I recall that was excellent is the guy who reads for Harry Potter, Jim Dale. He's excellent. It's fabulous. The bookwoman from Troublesome Creek and the bookwoman's daughter are both great. So is Educated. Loved the Mitford and Elm Creek series too. See, these are such good book recommendations. And Lori always has excellent book recommendations. So I started Mitford because of her. Elm Creek too. And These Is My Words. And now Resolute. And all of them have been excellent. All of them have been very, very good. You guys always have good book recommendations. I keep adding to my list, and I know that I will keep listening and plugging away at it. One, two, three. These are so good. Liz Curtis Higgs. Here Burns My Candle, and Mine is Night. Hello, Tammy S. Those both sound good too. I'm going to need to come back and rewatch this and write all these down and add them to my wish list. What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, I'm so off. I don't want to mess up my chicken. It is hard to believe that summer is just around the corner. What are you guys most looking forward to for this summer as far as crafting goes? Do you tend to cross stitch more in the summer? Do you tend to get a lot of quilting done? Do you tend to crochet more? What it tends to be your go-to summer activity? Free. Sitting near an AC. Yes. Sitting near an AC is always nice during the summer. K, I like to crochet doilies with bedspread cotton in the summer. Ooh, sounds nice. There are lots of things coming up this summer. I mean, we have hopefully some Granny Square fun and Be Vintage sampler so long is going to be going on this summer. And I mean, there's going to be lots of summer fun. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. There's a change in schedule and it's just kind of like not necessarily a new start, but you feel kind of like, I don't know, a jump start in some way for the new season. I usually feel that way in the fall. I usually feel that way after Christmas, where you're kind of like, okay, time to assess and get back on a good schedule. Ooh, if you like detective series, you should totally listen to the Flavia de Lucci series by Alan Bradley. Flavia de Luce. Huh. I split my time between cross stitch and quilting, both here in Ohio. And when we go to Florida, cross stitch and quilting. Since I'm in Florida, I quilt in the summer and do handwork, cross stitch more in the winter when I can be outside. Yes, totally opposite from Northern Illinois. Yes. Yes. Gayleen, I plan on painting my living room. Ooh, that's a fun project. New window treatments, the works. Looking forward to Lori's next quilt along. I love it. There are 10 blocks so far and 10 books. Oh my gosh, I'm like quilting focused. 10 books so far. And book 1 is called The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie. I've been listening to them for years. I love the name of that, The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie. Angela, in the summer, do you let your kiddos sleep in or do you still keep a schedule? I let them sleep in a little bit. I don't let them sleep in until they want to sleep in. And, surprisingly, I have two kids who get up in the morning, like they're just morning people. So they get up and they don't need to be told to get up. They just get up early. And then I have 3. Well, okay, so I have 3 because my little one would fall into that category. She's still, at an age where she just gets up early in the morning. But then once they start to hit teenager ages, I feel like they sleep a little bit more. And so I have 2 for sure that would sleep all day if I let them. And then 1 that would sleep late, but get up, at a reasonable time. And so I do let them sleep in a little bit, but I don't let them sleep in super late. And this year will be a little bit different for them because D for sure, she's going to have a job. And so she's going to have some hours that, are going to be dictated for her based off of that. So that might change things a little bit for her. And then my other one is applying. My other daughter is applying for a job. So we'll see if she gets it or not. And then my boys didn't really take the initiative to do anything on the job front. So I said, well, great, you're hired at Happy Little Stitch Shop. And they were like, oh, I was like, we're happy to have you. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great summer, you guys. And they're like, oh no, what do we have to do? And then they would say to Dee, what did she make you do? And Delaney's like, it's not bad. It's good. It's good. I love detective books. Oh, good. Early people. I know. I'm not very much a morning person. I am because I have to be, but it would not be my choice. But I'm not, I mean, anymore, I'm not like a sleep super, super late either. It's kind of been taken out of me, I think, over the years. Good morning, Pauline. So, what about other people? Are you morning people or are you not? And if you have kids at home, do you let them sleep or not? My husband and I also went, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and we saw the movie Air. Has anybody heard about that? Um, and it was really enjoyable. It was really nice to be able to go see a movie that wasn't like a Marvel movie. Not that I don't like Marvel movies because I do, but just to have like a real life movie to see again that was kind of loosely based on a true story and uh, be able to see that play out. It was good. I really enjoyed it. We both really enjoyed it. It was a very good movie to see and interesting to see how all of that unfolded. It's crazy to see how some of that stuff comes together. Some of those business deals. So I am neither a night owl or an early riser. You're right in the middle. You're a happy medium person. Oops. Uh-oh. What did I do? It's hard to talk and stitch at the same time. There. And does anybody have big summer vacation plans? That's the other thing I would like to know. Amy Fitzpatrick, hello. Feeling old today as my oldest son turned 40. Oh my goodness. Don't feel old today. That's big deal though. That's big. I'm a morning and a late night person. Oh, you are. You stay up late and you get up early. You don't need like, sometimes people are like, I need to have my 8 hours of sleep, or I need to have 8+ hours of sleep. You do good on a little bit of sleep. My husband's kind of like that. He doesn't need a lot of sleep. Yes, happy birthday to him. Marcella, I'm up at 6:30 every morning, go to bed between 9:30 and 11. That's about what I am, actually. That's about what I am too. Sometimes later. Sometimes I'm to bed later than 11, but that's roughly where I'm at as well. Lori, I don't see how you get any sleep with all the wonderful things you create. No kidding. How do you turn your brain off at night? Sometimes I have a hard time with that. Like I can't stop it from thinking, and then I can't go to sleep. Jill, I'm a huge early riser, up by at least 5 a.m. every morning, often earlier. I love the quiet of the morning. Oh my gosh, that's really early. I couldn't do that, but I do know people who are like that too, who like to have that quiet time in the morning because it's like the only quiet time they get all day long. Lori, I'll go to bed at midnight every night. I stay up till the day's over and then it's time for bed. Midnight every night. Amy, I thought for sure after 30 years on second shift, I would never be a morning person. Since I retired, I'm always up before 6. It's like, um, you're just, your brain is, you have an internal clock that says it's time to get up. Jude says, I'm an early riser. I love my coffee too. Chris says, my husband and I, daughter and her husband, are going to the UK for a wedding in June, our first trip across the pond. How exciting, Chris! UK is on my bucket list. There's so much history there. Oh my gosh. I would love to go to the UK. How exciting! And a wedding to boot. So that's just makes it even more fun. Oh my goodness. I hope you have a fabulous time. Um, in June. So that's next month. Are you ready? Do you have everything ready to go? Okay, I can't even imagine 8 hours of sleep. 4 hours is a good night for me. Really, because you can't sleep or because that's all you need? Like 4 hours is good and then you're good to go. Marcella, I'm going to Florida in August and Aruba in September. 2 fabulous trips. That sounds awesome. When you grow up on a farm, it's instilled in you to get up early, even if you don't have to milk the cows anymore. Yeah, I believe that one. Yes. It's kind of your internal clock is programmed to get up early. My goodness, we had high hopes of trying to do a vacation this summer. And then ugh, it always gets chalked up to um, it's harder to plan. You've got shop stuff, you've got kids stuff and kids activities, and now throwing in work stuff. We just did not do a good job of um, getting everything planned out and preparing for it. So now comes the time when you'd be kind of prepping for it or and we're not. And so we're feeling kind of bummed out about that. Kind of bummed out that we didn't better plan. Maybe I will get the green done on here to be able to show you today. Oh, and also those prairie quilt seeds bed runner finishing kits have been restocked if they haven't sold out yet. If they have, we will cut up more. But I know some of you were looking for that, and it was sold out last week. It is now in stock again. And if it is sold out, just click that notify me button and we will cut up more. Okay. Okay, I can't fall asleep and can't stay asleep. I'm sure my body would love more. Oh, that's no fun. You're going through Wisconsin, Nancy. We'll be traveling through Wisconsin in July. Going to Door County. We do try to get there every year. We do. And actually, this summer, my daughter is going to be performing up there for a couple weeks. So we're going to try to get up there and see some of her performances. It's very exciting. Door County is beautiful. I love Door County. I love the water. I just love Door County. So that'll be lots of fun. Have you been before, Nancy? So true, Lori. I used to go with my grandma to milk early, and sometimes I had to go get the cow. Oh my goodness. My entire summer will be a staycation, more time to stitch and sew. It's true. Martha Angela, you still have time to plan. Just do it later in the summer. It will give the kids time to give their boss notification. It's true. Yes. We do have some other stuff like camps and my kids have some classes they have to take this summer. Like they have the option of taking some of their freshman classes over the summer, so then they don't need to worry about it during the freshman year. And it's more of a condensed course, but it's like they're shoving a whole trimester into 2 weeks, so it's kind of intense. So we've got some of that stuff going on over the summer. But yes, I'm hopeful that maybe we can still pull something together. But the trip we were going to try to do was we were going to try to go on Route 66 and do that Route 66 vacation. Sometimes staycations are wonderful too. I agree with that. Yes. If you can actually make it a true staycation and get away from all of this stuff that you might kind of get wrapped up into from staying at home. That's what I struggle with. I'm not good at that. I end up thinking, oh, this needs to be done or this needs to be done. And then it just ends up being work time and not a staycation. So if you can do it, then staycations can be wonderful. Door County is amazing. One of my favorite places. It is. I know for me too. I love Door County. Haven't been to Door County, but my husband both from and I are both from Minnesota, so we love the north in the summer. It's beautiful up there. It's beautiful. Debbie, Route 66 through Oklahoma is close to me. It is. And we were going to try to, that's what we were going to try to do. That was our big plan for this summer. We are oddly aware that our kids do not have a ton of time left here. And we feel like we're not making the most of it, of like this family time together. Not that when they leave, they're never going to come back, but it's just different, when they're not here anymore. So we would like to take advantage of some of that time while they are here before they take off and spread their wings in the world. Oh, come on. I have not. Oh, I fixed it. Look at that. I did it. I did it. Maybe I'm not going to get done. We're chatting and the time is going by faster than I thought. So maybe I'm not going to get this screen done. I'm close though. Oops. Okay, I was always puzzled by my friends who were so excited to have an empty nest. I know, I don't really get it either. It's not I don't think it's going to be easy for me personally. I love having my kids around me, but I know that it's also reality. So it's not going to like break me, like it is what it is, but I think that it's going to be hard. But hopefully they'll keep, you know, showing up and coming back and which I think they will. Like we have a pretty tight family bond, so I think that they'll keep coming back. But it's always different once they leave. That's what I've heard from a lot of people, and I think that that's pretty accurate. Oh. I read A Gentleman in Moscow by that author. I loved it. I found that the 4 years of college helped me transition into an empty nester. Oh, that's true. It's more of a gentle transition than just all of a sudden people are gone because they still come home. I mean, not everybody does, but I did when I was in college. I still went home for the summer. When our kids left the nest, that is when I started quilting, so thankful to have found it. That's true. It is a blessing in so many ways, right? To have an outlet from daily life, to also fill that void when I've heard that from a lot of people, that it's such a blessing in so many ways, and that's one of them. So, it's a good thing. Monkey Mary, hello. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Happy Mother's Day to you too. My daughter is 41 and came back. I'm loving it, says Jude. Life is hard sometimes for them, but she'll get through for sure. Happy Mother's Day to you, Monkey Mary. I love it. Love it, love, love it. We have I was gonna also tell you guys, Stitching with Lori Club will open to the public in June. So in just a couple weeks, Stitching with Lori Club memberships will be open at happylittlestitchshop.com. Um, for anybody who is not a member this year to join. So it'll be front and center on our homepage once it goes live. You can also just search Stitching with Lori Club at happylittlestitchshop.com and you'll be able to find it. If you want to join for year 3, we're already on year 3 of our Stitching with Lori Club, and we have some fun things planned for this year. Some fun plans that are coming together that I am pretty excited about, and I think you guys will be too. So, Stitching with Lori Club membership opens up June 1st. It will be open through June 30th. And then it will close, and year 3 will begin on July 1st. Monkey Mary, honestly, I haven't begun any cross stitching yet. Have collected floss, fabric, and patterns, and I plan on starting with the Prairie Schooler Santas. Yay! That'll be fun. Did you see that there is going to be a cross stitch chart like the cute little witch quilt? No. What? What witch quilt? The Quilted Witch by Lori? Did Lori release the new cross stitch chart? Do I need to look this up? I'm not going to look it up right now. Is that what you're talking about, though, Kay? Your breaking news right here on our Happy Little Stitch Shop Flosstube, our chatty tube. Today we're having a chatty tube. Not out yet. Ooh. So you haven't seen a picture of it? You haven't seen a picture of it? Well, just like you guys requested, we've heard lots of requests about that. And it looks like it might come to fruition. That is very exciting. The Stitchy secret is out. It's out, Lori says. The Stitchy secret is out. I can't remember if I saw it on the blog or on the Coming Soon website. Oh, I'm going to have to go check it out. That is very exciting. So we will be doing a sew along for that quilt. The Quilted Witch by Lori Holt. I am very excited that we are going to be doing a sew along, and hopefully I can pull together more details and get an organized plan together for that and share that with you. It will come out in September, so hopefully I can share more information with you guys as it gets closer. Tell us more, Lori. Tracy, well, what a bad time to jump in right after some Stitch secret is announced. I have to go back and see what the exciting news is. So Kay was just telling us that the Quilted Witch um, is also going to be offered as a cross stitch pattern. The Quilted Witch cross stitch is coming, says Lori. I finished designing and coloring it a bit ago, and now it's being stitched for photography. Oh my goodness. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? Are you guys pumped about that? Do you know are all of you familiar with the Quilted Witch? Do you know what Lori's talking about? Or do you need me to show you a picture? That is very, very exciting. Exciting, exciting news. Picture, please. Oh, okay. Sue, you are Johnny on the spot. I love it. Okay. Let me show you. I love it. It's going to be so cute. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to love this. If I can get there. Let me show you. Here is the quilt. I turn this off so I'm not distracting you with extra light. Here is the quilt called The Quilted Witch by Lori Holt. It's featuring her B Dots collection, which is coming out in September. And we're going to do a sew along for this quilt. And we have reservations in the shop at happylittlestitchshop.com. And breaking news, this is going to be offered as cross stitch pattern as well. How exciting. Show pic. Exciting news. Picture, please, please. Uh-oh, did I spill the beans? I don't think so. I think if it's out there and you know it, then it can be shared. Yeah, I think that's great. Tracy, I'm so excited about the cute little stitcher too. I know she's going to be so cute. Monkey Mary, I was an ugly witch once for Halloween. You were? I was a dirty laundry basket for Halloween once. I won a prize for it. I cut a hole in the bottom of the laundry basket and put it up and put it on my hips. And then I stuffed a bunch of dirty laundry around me and a bottle of detergent and a bottle of fabric softener. Anyway, that's a tangent. It's being stitched now. There is no actual picture, just a mock-up. So this is also going to be offered as a cross stitch, Quilted Witch cross stitch. She's so cute. She's standing on her broomstick and she's got her needle wand, her magic wand. She's right. She's turning everything around her quilty. I love her. That would be a cute cross stitch. It's very cute. Oh my gosh. That patchwork dress is just adorable. I love it. It's fabulous. And it's going to be offered as a cross stitch. So it's being worked on right now. It's very, very exciting. I think I told you guys when I showed this storyboard to my little one, I wanted her honest opinion. So I didn't like show it to her ahead of time. I showed it to her and to see what she would think. And as soon as she saw this cute little quilted witch, this is honest to goodness, the word that came out of her mouth. Perfect. She's perfect. That's what she said. I said, "Really? Perfect." And she goes like, "Yeah, she's perfect." "What do you like about her?" She pointed to her dress. And she said, "I like her dress." I said, "Oh, you like all those colors?" She said, "Usually witches wear black." I said, "Oh, yeah, they do. This one has a colorful dress." She really liked that. So it's so cute. It's going to be a cross stitch pattern. It's official. Love her hair too. Wait a minute. Is her hair supposed to be your hair color, Angela? I don't think so. No. She just has cute, quilty auburn hair. The pumpkin and all the quilty stuff around her and the broom and all the magical quilty stars. I just love it. It's so cute. And those shoes are like perfect. Those little witch shoes. They're perfect. Can't wait. So exciting. It is so exciting. Boy, look at that. It turned out to be an exciting floss tube after all. Turned out to be pretty exciting. Okay, so I didn't quite get done with my green. Didn't quite get done, but I'm pretty darn close. So this one, hopefully I should be able to get this one done pretty quickly, I think. How do I order the pattern? So we'll have it once it's released, Louise. We'll have the Quilted Witch cross stitch pattern once it's available. And it'll be available for you at happylittlestitchshop.com. I could probably put out there like a notify me when in stock listing so that once it's stocked, you'll get an email notification that it's arrived. Tracy will hopefully Lori knows to run all of her projects past your one first to make sure they have approval. Yes, it's very important. It's very important. Angela, that's coming out. So cute. Isn't it? All these little chickens are just adorable. They're so darling. It's going to go with my in my little one's room. They will be hung in there, but I will not be adding her name to them as requested. Her name, not the chickens' names. Her name on all of them, all 12 of them. So it's so cute. So don't forget, our daily deal for today is Prim Stitch Series number 1, Patriotism and Industry. This is on sale for today only for our daily deal. And tune in on Thursday for our quilting live so you can see what the daily deal is for that day. Also, don't forget Yarn League. You guys get your crochet, your chunky thread stash up and running and ready to go for some fun summer crochet, a summer of crochet fun, part 2. So be sure you join the Yarn League so that you can get, monthly deliveries of happy yarn right to your door. So that's available out there. And I will be back with you on Thursday for our quilting live. The only live that's up in the air for this week right now is I'm waiting on Moda Fabric to be able to do a Moda new release party with you guys, and I have not received it yet. So that will either be kind of thrown out there quickly this week, or we'll have to wait and plan it for next week. Either way, I will be getting information out to you about that via Instagram, Facebook, newsletter, likely, and send out like a companion guide like I did this go around. I heard lots of positive feedback about that, so I will likely do that again. So be sure that you stay tuned for that so that I can get that information to you guys. So thank you so much for stitching with me. It always fills my soul a little bit to get a little bit of stitching time in. So thank you for allowing me to do that with you guys and have a nice little chat. I've got a whole list of books that I need to look into and figure out. We got some new cross stitch news. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today and allowing a little bit of break from our regular schedule and just have some stitchy time with each other. I always enjoy doing that with you guys. So I hope you do too. Wonderful, says Louise. Thank you for everything, sweet Angela. Thank you, my friend. Hugs to you, Lori. Monkey Mary, the Riley Bike release party was wonderful. Yay! Be sure you check that out. And the Mercantile new release party. We had two new release parties last week, Mercantile and Riley Bike Designs, and both of them were fabulous and definitely worth a replay if you have not seen it yet. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Martha. You guys have a good rest of your week. I will plan to see you Thursday, and I will keep you posted if anything else pops up in between now and then. Have a great day, you guys. Take care and happy stitching.